Do I go now?
We're live.
That's so exciting. My name is Kristen Nelson. I'm the Associate Director for Residence Life at Worcester State University. And welcome to Hangouts Before You Woo Life. Hangouts Before You Woo Life is an online web show geared towards our new resident students at Worcester State University. It's through these shows that we engage with our future residents and connect them with other offices that will support their transition to living on campus here at Worcester State. Each week, we discuss a topic that features one of our many campus partners or a Residence Life staff member. That's Thomas. Some people call him TK. Each week, again, I already said that. If you miss an episode, we will be recording them and saving them on our YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe to our channel, searching WSU Res Life. Before we get started, if you want to join along in the conversation, feel free to tweet us using #WooLife or leave a comment on the live stream chat. I'm excited to be joined today by our other Associate Director, Thomas Kelly from Worcester State University. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks. I'm always here.
That's a fact.
That is.
Thanks for including me.
Thank you for being here, Kristen.
Thanks.
Yeah.
No problem. Can you tell the viewers at home or possibly in their offices a little bit about yourself and Residence Life here at Worcester State?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I'm here every week, but I never really talk about myself or our office. We've been talking with a lot of our campus partners, but I'm Thomas Kelly. Like Kristen said, and like I say every week, I'm Associate Director of Residence Life. I do housing operations here within Residence Life. So that's a lot of the where people live within residence halls, assignments to beds, and the accommodations that are related to that. I also do the marketing initiatives within the office. I get to work with Kristen all the time. Yeah, we have this cool step and repeat. It wasn't there in the first episode, but it's going to be here every week. We're actually in a different place. We usually shoot these in my office, but now we're in our conference room, and it's pretty awesome. We're very close to the table. It's an overshare. But so we have 4 residence halls at Worcester State. We have 4 RDs, which are professional staff members that live in each of them. Within our central office, we have an assistant dean/director of Residence Life. We have 2 associate directors, and we have an assistant director. And we also have a clerk within our office too. I've been at Worcester State to be 3 years in June the 2nd. There'll be cake. So
Is
now,
there?
well,
So
we
excited.
told everyone that there's going to be cake that day.
Super cool.
So we'll Instagram picture of my cake.
Great idea.
Great. Now there has to be cake.
Well, now we have residents who have committed to Worcester State.
Yep.
So what is the next step for those students who have committed to Worcester State?
Great. So I'm going to just do a quick screen share. So all of the students that have enrolled at Worcester State, they've paid their enrollment deposit and they've paid their housing deposit. They should be getting this Living on Campus email. We send it out once a week, and we send it to your worcester.edu account. So traditionally about 10 days to 2 weeks after you have paid your deposit, you're going to get a letter that has your Worcester State email and how to log into that. Once you log into that, you're going to have this email from us. And it talks about all the steps that a student's going to follow. So I would say definitely start with reading this email. This is a plug for what we're doing right now, so that's great. Every Wednesday we do these Hangouts for Your New Life. Super pumped about that. Like Kristen mentioned before, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/WSUResLife. But yeah, for a student, what they're going to want to do is review this email. They're going to want to sign their license agreement, do their first year questionnaire. We have this great tutorial video, and we're actually going to try to do a screencast of what this looks like as well. They're going to select their meal plan. And actually, since it's after May 1st, they're actually going to be able to do their roommate matching.
Super exciting. So every student wants to know, what is the license agreement?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
So a license, it's a contract. So first rule of contract, make sure you read it.
All of it?
The entire thing.
Teeny print.
No, it's all the same font size,
Okay.
except for headers. So the license agreement is a student's contract for living on campus. It's an academic year commitment that says that you, as a resident, are going to live on campus, and it outlines our policies and our procedures and kind of the rules and regulations of that commitment. So yeah, definitely review that. Super important. And once you sign that, you get a copy of the email. That'll go to your Worcester.edu email, so that email is going to be super useful very quickly.
So when they call our office or email us, they're constantly being told to fill out their license agreement and their questionnaire. Can you tell them a little bit about the questionnaire?
Yeah, so the questionnaire actually falls right in line with the license agreement. So a student will sign their license agreement, and then it'll populate these questions. These questions are very much about you. They're preference-based questions, and that is in the event that we are going to be matching you with a roommate. Through our process, we are looking for certain pieces of who you are and your preferences and your living styles to pair you with someone who's like-minded, that you're your new best friend. Basically, we're trying to find you your new best friend, and we use these questions to do it. It's like Match.com, kind of. I don't know if that's a good reference.
Well, you had to pay your deposit.
There it is. Yeah. So you pay your enrollment deposit, you pay your housing deposit, you sign your license agreement, you do your first year questionnaire. And then it's actually going to also ask you to do some living preferences. So as a first-year student, you're able to, or a transfer student, you're going to be able to select which you qualify for. And based on which one you select, there's going to be different preferences that you can put for rooming options. And you can put up to 2 different preferences. And we use that during the housing process. We try to accommodate all students' second preference the best.
We try for first.
Yeah, we always try to get for the first, but we guarantee you second. Yeah, we don't really guarantee it. It's more of a joke if you're a first-year student because there's only 2 options. Now I have to explain the joke, so there goes that one. I can't use that one ever again.
So true. You can.
Thanks. And then once you've done your room preference, you'll select your meal plan. And in that Living on Campus email, it outlines what the meal plan options are. We have 5 different meal plans, and they're all great. So you got to choose one. So
we do have good food.
Food is great.
It is.
Yeah. So,
tons of options.
Yep.
Starbucks, pizza, ice cream shop. What?
I like breakfast here.
Yeah.
So yeah,
French toast sticks on Wednesdays.
There you go. I think they do corned beef hash in one day. That's my day. So yes, enough about breakfast. But yeah, you select your meal plan at the end of that, and that's actually when you've completed that whole process, and that's when that'll generate that email.
What if my best friend in the whole wide world is coming here and we have to live together because we already bought matching comforters?
Yeah, great. Ahead of the game.
Yeah.
You've already gone and started to buy the things you need to. Yeah. So we have a roommate matching process where students who are coming to Worcester State who want to live together can match with 1 additional person. So that's open now. That's open from May 1st until June 30th. And all you do is you go into the roommate matching portal and you would put their name in. And as long as they've also signed their license agreement, they'll show up. And then
super important part of the process.
Yeah, that's the first step now that you're here.
Well, they won't be able to match, right?
Correct.
If the other person did not submit their license.
Correct. If you haven't submitted your license agreement or they haven't submitted theirs, you're not going to be eligible for the matching process. So you're going to want to make sure that both students have filled out their license agreement, and then one person will send the invitation, and the other student will log into that same matching portal and they'll accept it. It's like a friend request.
Super easy.
It's super easy because you're friends already. So you're just saying, yes, we want to live together.
So Woo Life follows the Worcester State Accepted Students Facebook page, and there's a ton of students on there looking for roommates.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think that's a great page if you want to start communicating with people that are also coming to the institution. Recently, there's been a lot of you who have been committing to Worcester State, and we're super excited to see that. Don't be alarmed if you're on there and you're talking and you're joining your group meets and all that business, and you don't find that ideal roommate. You're going to come for orientation. You're going to meet a lot of people, and you're going to fill out that first year questionnaire, and we're going to use that to place you for sure.
It's actually sometimes better to go into housing without your best friend. Even though you were best friends in high school doesn't mean you're going to be best roommates. But you could live next door or maybe down the hall. Then you have some options, and it opens up your friend group as well. So
very true.
When is roommate matching due?
Sure, yeah. So from May 1st till June 30th. And that's the same thing with the license agreement. For us to be able to do your assignment, which we do those in the first week of July, you would have to have completed that license agreement. So completing your license agreement as soon as possible, for sure. Again, it'll be open until the 30th of June. And if you're going to do any roommate matching, doing roommate matching between May 1st and June 30th.
Okay. So you mentioned that we do roommate assignments the first 2 weeks in July.
Yep.
When can they expect to hear about that?
Yeah, so we aim for by the second week of July to send you an email. That'll go to your Worcester email. Again, super useful. You get this great new email account that you're just getting all this information to. We'll send you that information of where you live in, what's the room number, what's your roommate's name, and information about move-in day. But you'll get several correspondences from us leading up to move-in day as well. So just make sure that you continue to check that worcester.edu account now that you have it.
Awesome. And if they have questions, if they get stuck in this process anywhere, what should they do?
You can call our office. You can email reslife@worcester.edu. Emailing reslife@worcester.edu is probably the best bet. That way you can get some written instructions so that you get that back. We also post tutorial videos, and those are in that Living on Campus email. Like I said, we email that out once a week. So you can refer back to those videos. And I think if it's okay, I'll do a screen share and we'll kind of look a little bit at what the license agreement would look like.
Yeah.
And that just so everyone who's watching at home now and or later, I guess.
On a rainy day in the summer, they're going to binge watch Hangouts.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that that's what everyone does. So I'm going to share a screen real quick and you're going to continue to hear us talking. So great. So this is what your My Housing account looks like. To log in there, it'd be worcester.edu/myhousing. And it would be the username that you were assigned for your Worcester account, and the password that you use as well. So this is a test student that I have. It's Alexander Hamilton. It's not the real Alexander Hamilton, but it could be. No, that's a terrible joke. So you click on applications, and this drop-down menu will show up. And one of the options that you're going to have is Residence Hall License Agreement and Questionnaire 2017-2018. You're going to click on that, and it should bring you to the license agreement. Like we mentioned before, it is a contract. The header is a larger font, like we mentioned. And this is the entire agreement to living on campus. Super important that you read all of this. There's a lot of important information that's outlined in that. So make sure that you do read it before you sign it. At the bottom of the page, there is going to be an electronic signature.
I think we can all agree that it actually is small font. So even though it's the same size font, it's still tiny. It's for whatever your browser setup is. We'll leave it at that. So you sign your name here. I'm not going to forge Alexander Hamilton's signature, so we'll just draw a line. Exactly. And then these are those roommate questions that we asked about before. So is your room organized? Is it organized or is it lived in? Do you wake up early or do you stay up late? Do you smoke or do you not smoke? What's your study habits like? Do you want to listen to music or do you just go quiet studier? What are your interests? Do you like socializing, sports, video games, volunteering? What sort of music do you like? Check off that. And then we ask you for your mobile carrier and your phone number. If you have a preferred name, you can list that in. If you do have any documentation of disability or consideration for specialized housing, you can include that information and we'll contact you directly after that. And then do you want to be housed with a similar major? So if you are coming in with a major declared and you do want to live with a student that has the same major, you would just click that drop down and hit yes, and then you'd continue. Like I said before, you have your living options. So if you are a first-year student coming in, you have two options that you can choose from, Dowden Hall or Sheehan Hall, and you can add more than one request. So if you want to add, Dowden and then Sheehan, you can go ahead and do that, and then you just hit the continue button, and then it shows you the application submitted. For this test student, you already has a meal plan, so it didn't actually show you the options of which meal plan to select. But traditionally, you would see a meal plan selection here. So, is there a meal plan that most first-year students choose, or is there a suggestion? There's not exactly a meal plan that is suggested, but in this Living on Campus email, we do have all of them outlined. So the Grand 250, the Platinum 280, the Gold 200, the Silver 150, and the Bronze 90. Each of those meal plans show you how many meals you're going to get per semester, how many flex dining dollars that you're going to have, and how many guest swipes that you're going to get. And they all have a different price point, so that's something to be mindful of. So if you're looking for a more economical plan, you might be looking at the Bronze plan. If you're looking for
The most meals that you can get, you might be looking at that Platinum 280. So you should definitely review those meal plans before you select them. In the event that you select a meal plan that you're after the first week you decide, it's just not for me. The first 2 weeks of each semester, we do have this period where a student can change their meal plan. So we open that up online. You'll get an email to your worcester.edu account with more information on that process. But that wouldn't be until after move-in day. So once a student has filled out their license agreement, now it makes them eligible again for their roommate matching. So in this event, I have another test student that I'm going to load up. It's Hercules Mulligan. If anyone has any idea where these references are coming from, please feel free to put these in the comments. Hercules might want to live with Alexander Hamilton. So in his My Housing, he's going to click on Fall 2017 Housing Selection.
Hang on one second. What is My Housing? How do they get there?
Great. Yeah. So it's worcester.edu/myhousing. This is your online portal to all things residence life. So
great. Thank you.
You are welcome. So you click on roommates/suitemates, and you're going to select your term. So 17 fall, which is fall 2017. And you click on that, and then you're just going to search for the student that you want to live with. So we're going to go for Alexander Hamilton. So you can put as much or as little. The more information you put in, the more accurate the search is. And you search for that. And now, as you can see, it shows that there's been an invitation sent, but you're not matched. So kind of like we were talking about before, a student who sends the invitation for roommate matching needs to accept it. So if you're Alexander Hamilton or the person who's receiving the invitation to room together, you need to log into your My Housing account. So jump back over there. And we're back to Alexander Hamilton's, and you're going to go into that same place. You're going to go to that Fall 2017 Housing Selection. You're going to click on the Roommates and Suitemates. You're going to select your term. And now you should see that accept or decline pending roommate request. So if you have no idea who this person is and you have no intention of living with them, you just hit the red X. If it's who you want to live with, you hit the green check mark, and you've accepted it. And now it shows that your roommate group is fully matched.
So if I had, 3 people that I wanted to live with, is that a possibility or no?
The way that this system is designed is that it would be for one person to live with another. The majority of our spaces in first-year areas are double rooms. So we want to make sure that all of our roommate requests that we can fully accommodate. So that would be the double room option.
Great, thank you. If I go to orientation and meet my best friend in the whole wide world there, because we just spent 24 hours together.
Yeah.
Can we match?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's in part why the roommate matching is open until June 30th. Okay. That is a few days after orientation. So y'all can go into your worcester.edu/myhousing account. You can go into that roommate suitemate, and you can complete that matching before the 30th.
Great.
30th at 5 p.m. It closes June 30th at 5 p.m.
And we strongly suggest everybody goes to orientation. It's an amazing opportunity to get to know resources on campus, get to know people, tons of time to hang out. And get to know what living on campus and being a Worcester State student is all about. Yep,
and we'll actually have orientation on here for a future show. So definitely stay tuned for information about that.
Can't wait.
I'm pumped.
He's always pumped.
Usually
So there's
pumped.
that.
So is Kristen. Kristen's always pumped as well.
I think that's all the questions that I have. Can you think of anything else that you'd want to tell our super awesome new students?
I would definitely say start with reading your email. That is very important. All that information that we talked about today is there, this tutorial videos, and it's just a really good resource. We send it out every week, so even if you've done everything that was required of you, you're still gonna get that email because there is some information in there that changes. So just be aware of that. If you keep on getting it, don't think it's because you did something incorrectly.
Right.
It's just that some of the information changes in there. We have information about parent orientation, student orientation, move-in information will eventually be in there. And then actually every Wednesday, we send out a similar letter to our resident students called Woo Weekly. So we're actually just getting you ready for Woo Weekly. So that also goes to your Worcester email address. It's super useful.
Pretty much everything. Every communication from Worcester State will go to your worcester.edu email address. Some of our students forward it to another email address. That's fine, but you can expect that every communication from our office, at least, will definitely go to your worcester.edu email. And that's how you log into everything on campus. So it's better just to get used to, receiving information there.
Yep, absolutely. All right. No, I think that's everything. So definitely check your email. Make sure you fill out your license agreement. If you have roommate matching, make sure you do that. If you don't, it's cool. Don't worry. That's what that questionnaire is all about. And if you have questions for our office, feel free to email us at reslife@worcester.edu.
Great. Thanks, Thomas.
Thanks, Kristen.
We will be back next week on Wednesday around 1 o'clock for our next Hangout.
Yep.
Do you know who's next week?
Yes, I believe we were with Student Accessibility Services next week.
Oh,
yes,
Fran.
We're with
She's
Fran.
one of our favorites.
Yep.
So look forward to hearing from Fran.
Yep.
As always, if you miss a Hangout, you can check out our YouTube channel, and you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest at WSU ResLife, or on Facebook.com/WooLife.
Yep.
Signing off from Worcester State.
All right. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.